Welcome to Gen X Files, the only podcast named that's exclusively about the X-Files. I'm Angel, and this is my first watch.
I'm Dash, and this is my third or fourth watch.
And I'm Melz, and I'm also unsure if this is my third or fourth watch. And if you're listening, I want to believe you're a friend.
And tonight, we're smuggling Egyptian salamanders out of El Salvador.
Part creature, all killer. The only people who have seen it are dead.
Somebody from the Bureau's behind this?
Friday.
I'm everywhere you are.
It's looking for Agent Mulder.
You're a dead man.
The X-Files, Friday at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
Alright, so how are you guys doing?
I'm chilling.
You chilling like a villain, or are you chilling like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z?
I'd rather be a villain.
Well, yeah, if you're Krillin, you gotta be very short and bald.
Oh. Well, I'm not bald yet, but one of these days I probably will be.
And then you can then you can go like Super Saiyan or whatever, like Krillin.
Okay.
Is he a Saiyan? I don't think
Something
he's a Saiyan.
about going 9,000 or whatever. My knowledge is so minimal.
Friends, if you know Dragon Ball Z knowledge, help us out.
When we are so sorry for everything we just screwed up there. Going 9,000? Isn't that what it is?
It's Vegeta is looking at someone. I think it's Goku, and he's like, "My God, his power level's over 9,000!" And he crushes his thing. He's like, "Ah, fuck!"
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's like a meme
It's
thing.
like, shit!
People use for all sorts of stuff when people
Yeah,
go.
like
real
for
hard.
example, your cool factor would be over 9,000, Mom.
Oh, thank you.
I know. You learned from the best, which
I
was...
love you over 9,000.
Aw.
I love you both over 9,000.
Oh.
That's like a Iron Man thing, too.
Yes,
love you
that's where I got
3,000.
it from.
Yeah. Well,
So,
besides the 2008 Marvel Cinematic Universe blockbuster hit movie, Iron Man, what has been keeping you up at night?
Oh, let's see. Now, hold on a minute. My brain. Oh, I watched Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
And I loved it.
Hail Mary.
I don't know if I know that one.
Oh, Project Hail Mary?
Yeah, Project.
Yes!
Oh, that was so
I was thinking it was some kind of a
Yes.
football movie or something.
I was thinking it was some kind of like religious nun movie.
It's a religious nun playing football in space with Ryan Gosling.
But no, we saw that like the first or second weekend it was out, right?
Probably about 2 months ago now, I think.
Yeah, that was
Well,
so good.
y'all know
wasn't
my
it?
husband is on the cheap and don't ever want to play for those cinematic prices.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think of it?
I really enjoyed it.
I did too. It was so good, man.
Yeah, there was honestly the only issue that we really had with it was there was some excessive scenes that just didn't need to be there. It
Yeah, a
didn't
little
need to
bit.
be
It could have
long.
been shorter, and also that was the movie where a cat's ass took most of Ryan Gosling.
Yes, from previous episodes, if the friends remember,
That
we
sounds
talked about it. That
fucked up.
remember the cat that blocked the view of the drive-in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If Ryan Gosling was on that cat's ass
Ah.
Yeah.
for like 8
That's-
minutes.
That's a throwback to what, like 5-10 episodes ago, something like that.
Shit, how long? When I think it might have been Ice, so about 8 episodes ago now, I think.
Yeah.
But we watched Finders Keepers about that damn guy that bought this dude defaulted on his storage storage unit.
Oh, yeah.
And so, sometimes when that happens, they'll auction it off to a bidder, once you've failed to pay for so long. And this guy came in and bid on it and won it. And in this storage unit, there was a smoker grill. And dude brought it home and opened it up, and there was a fucking foot inside. And so this guy had put his leg inside his storage unit for safekeeping because he had lost it in a plane crash, and he had used from embalming fluid to
He was trying to mummify it.
Yeah, he was trying to mummify it, and
his dad died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
And also where his foot got removed. So it was like a memorabilia, nostalgia, memorial type thing he was trying to do.
Yeah, if he felt like it was a connection to his deceased father. And, like, it was a big whole legal battle thing and a bunch of, like, news stories and stuff on it. And the guy that bought the storage unit and found the foot was just he kind of a piece of shit.
He was the kind of guy who everyone talked about, like, he could sell anything to anybody. He was the kind of guy who, like, went to yard sales and bought stuff for $1 and then resold them on his own thing all the time.
He wants to make a buck off of this.
But his whole thing was he wanted to be a comedian. He wanted to be in movies. He wanted to be famous.
Every time this man went to say the word transpire, he didn't say that. He said perspire. He'd say based on
3 times.
Yeah, he'd say based on how everything perspired. Oh, and me and I watched this with my dad over the weekend because he came over, and we'll talk a little bit more about that and what made us happy and everything. But we watched this movie, and every time this guy said something, me and my dad would just look at each other like, "That's fucking sweating, man." He's saying based on everything that sweated. Like, that's not a fucking sentence, bro.
Oh, it was funny. But then, and also for the movie, shout out to Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis did something really cool in the movie.
Yes.
Dude who he told the dude that he could have monetary compensation, but the dude who originally bought the foot wasn't allowed to have the foot back.
Yeah.
Because, fuck you, this dude lost his foot, he should get to keep his foot, right?
Yeah, it's his foot.
But Judge Mathis
do a DNA test.
This sounds
I'm
like
the father.
It could be a true story.
It is.
You're lying to me.
No, this is a true story.
Oh, hell, that's the reason why I didn't watch it this weekend, because I thought my husband would be like, so I thought, well, I'm going to watch it by myself. I'm fixing to watch it when y'all leave.
Loud.
But besides that, what we've been consuming is a whole lot of GTA 4, because I've been playing the shit out of that. I installed a shit ton of mods to make it somewhat more playable and easier to drive, because, as everyone knows, driving in GTA 4 is extremely shitty.
You know all about that, don't you, Angel?
Yes, I do.
No, you've never played GTA 4 ever. It's an 18-year-old game. It's old enough to vote.
Oh my gosh, I've never played 1, 2, or 3. Either.
What about 5?
Is there a 5?
What about San Andreas? What about Vice City?
I've seen the San Andreas movie.
It's not.
Well,
it's
that's
the one
no
with the rock
relation.
about
I said San Andreas.
San Andreas. That's the one with the rock in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about an earthquake. It's no relation.
Well, it's in the same place, I guess.
You've probably played GTA 5 at some point. I let you come over. I came over and let you walk that man.
Oh my God, Mawmaw.
I let Mawmaw play GTA 5 one time, and she would always try to, like, she understood that the trigger was the gas, but she would also try to, like, hold the analog stick forward. And so she would always end up, like, making weird turns because her thumb would move on the stick.
And she wouldn't understand that's what she was doing, so she would start veering right into a wall, and she wouldn't understand that she just needs to move the stick to the left.
She thought she had to put input on the stick at all times. It's like, no, man, you just put input on it when you want to turn or something.
Yeah,
man.
but so what she mostly did was just walk around, because she figured out how to walk, and she figured out how to punch.
And what'd she call it?
Walking the man.
She called it walking the man.
She said, I want to walk the man.
I gotta go walk my man. Hold on a minute.
And
She's a man walker.
She thought it was so cool. She was just pushing the stick forward and walking. And then when she get near someone, she would look down and look up and then look down again and look up and look down and then press square. And she would punch him.
I swear I can imagine her doing that, man.
I genuinely think if you played, you would actually get it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, the new control schemes, like, I feel like when you used to play video games, because the last time you played a lot of it was like PS3.
My mom is a veteran of the tank control era.
You might actually benefit from the way the controls are nowadays. They're a lot more
basically
easier for your, like, it's more, I can't think of the word for it. Intuitive. In
Tomb Raider and in Silent Hill and all those games like that, Resident Evil, you had tank controls. You would go forward, and then you had to stop, and then you had to turn your character, and then you could continue moving in the direction you wanted to go.
But now it's way more smooth with it.
Yeah.
And you have the basic knowledge of, because Mawmaw's never played a video game.
Yeah, well, she used to have Atari back in the day. Say it, Mom.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, she used to have Atari. But Would you like to talk about this episode
Let's
here?
get into the meat of it.
Oh, that's crazy that you said that. Hey,
Because that's
you've never
not-
seen Scully Nation, have you?
See?
You've never heard it. They always say that, like,
That's
for
what they call it.
example, for this episode, when they start talking about it, they probably, I haven't listened to this one, but they probably say something about, let's get into the regrown meat or the amputated meat or the salamander meat.
Salamander
Yeah.
meat's probably what it is.
So that's funny that you said that. Shout out to Scully Nation.
Now called Sunnydale Nation.
I'm
Yes.
psychic.
I know.
Well, it happened a long time ago.
This episode was written by Scott Cawfer, something.
Kaufer. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
And partially by Chris Carter as well.
Doesn't he pretty much kind of like write most episodes? A lot.
No.
He's like a part of it a little bit.
He's the showrunner. He's the executive
So he
producer,
gives the
basically.
okay on a script.
Yeah, he gives the okay on the script.
Okay.
This was directed by Michael Lang, and it had a... Wait, I'm supposed to do the tidbits and stuff before this, aren't I? Either way, it had a February 11th, 1994 air date. Mom, what were you doing that day?
Or Valentine's Day, because that
Or
would have
Valentine's
been
Day.
right around the same time.
What'd you do for your 24th Valentine? Your 23rd Valentine's Day?
My 23rd Valentine's Day.
The
Yeah,
first
'cause you were born in
Valentine.
May.
The first Valentine you had a baby.
Oh, I probably had you dressed up in a onesie with hearts on it.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
I'm my mommy's sweetheart.
Yeah,
or something
one
like
of
that
those.
Did you
onesie.
go
I
on
know
a
I
date?
did. Oh, I'm sure I did. No, that was for an anniversary one time. But one time we went to Atlanta's Underground, Dante's Down the Hatch, which no
Oh.
longer exists.
What the fuck was it?
It was a fondue restaurant
Uh-huh.
that was so dark in there. It was like being in a cave, but they had live music. But the music was like piano or
Like jazzy stuff, maybe.
yeah, something like
Okay.
that.
Live band
And
stuff.
they had alligator pit though.
With alligators in it?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
You'd come down the stairs to get in there because it was underground.
Yeah.
It was underground Atlanta, but then you had to go deeper underground to get into the restaurant.
Weird.
That's so crazy.
How deep does this shit go?
I don't know, but it
It's
was
a government
it was a
conspiracy.
good one-time thing because
You-
it was fondue.
You keep going down levels and eventually there's just some dude who has no hair and he's a barber.
Yeah,
He's just got one chair down. He's got no chair. He's got no hair and one chair.
he's like, I became a barber because I don't have any hair to coif of my own.
He says, eat this, it'll put some chair on your head. Yes, I meant to say it that way.
Okay, I figured you did.
Would you like to gaze at some guest stars?
Yes,
There's
let's
quite
make
a
it-
few guest stars in this one.
Well-
Not all of them worth gazing at,
well,
but
So Reggie Purdue, the older African-American FBI agent.
Oh, red
mustache.
He is played by Dick Anthony Williams. He was a stage actor that got 2 Tony nominations, which I think is
Wow.
like the Oscars. It's the T and EGOT, so
Oh, okay. So
it's
his
like
name-
the
his name is-
Oscars of like Broadway.
His name is kind of like Dick Willie.
Young Dick Willie.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
That's what his father used to come downstairs and say, "Good morning, young Dick Willie." He was also in Dog Day Afternoon and Edward Scissorhands.
Oh,
Uh,
was he the cop in Edward Scissorhands?
I think
I
so.
don't know. He does kind of have that look.
He does the mustache.
Yeah,
He,
the mustache
he has a very
really
much a
sells
cop
it.
mustache.
Yeah, he
The
does.
cop stash.
A cop
Well,
broom
right now,
stash.
I guess here it's an FBI stash.
It's a F beard.
Yep.
That's not a thing. Uh
Next.
So there is also one other guest star in this episode that I will reveal to you guys at the end of our recap.
Do I know
at
about
the
it yet?
end?
You saw him, but you did not comment. So I am curious I did not know until I started looking at it. So I did not catch it the first time I watched it either until afterwards when I was looking shit up.
I'm gonna be like, oh.
But Mom, you know, that's a delicious episode burger you've got there. Would you like some tidbit condiments to put on that?
Yes, please.
All right, well, here's some tidbit condiments. So,
where's the ketchup and mayonnaise?
in the episode, it's already on there. This is some extra stuff, a third option.
Oh.
So, the little girl with progeria in the episode, of course, that was an actual person with progeria. 8-year-old girl named Courtney Arciaga. I want to say is how you pronounce it. But the production team contacted the progeria. I'm not going to say it right. It's progeria.
Nigeria. Progeria.
Yes. It's the progeria is the opposite of Nigeria. Nigeria is negative and progeria is 4.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, Jesus. They contacted the Progeria Society, and they connected the X-Files team with Courtney's family and everything, and they agreed to be on, and they were actually already fans of the show. Like, they had been watching the show as it was coming out, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And they paid her a pretty penny for that, too, right?
I would hope
I hope so, you know.
And she gets to, like, their family who likes the X-Files gets to see her on an episode. Yeah.
When I saw her in the show, I thought, oh, she looks so sad.
Yeah. R.W. Goodwin, one of the executive producers, described it as a really emotional thing, being able to work with her and everything, especially since she was a fan of the show and everything.
Yeah, it makes me kind of want to tear up just talking about it.
Yeah, a little bit. But this makes me want to tear up talking about it too, because this episode script had 4 drafts written in 2 weeks.
Damn.
It went through 4 different iterations of the script in 2 weeks, with shit being added and taken out and added and taken out.
Oh,
I'm sure you might have, spoiler alert, noticed some stuff that was a little weird about this episode, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm always weird.
So it had a script that was turned in on the 4th of January, a script that was turned in on the 10th of January, another one turned in the next day on the 11th, and the final one turned in on the 18th.
Good Lord.
Over a 14-day period. They didn't know what the fuck this was going to be, but it was going to be something people were watching with their eyeballs, they were sure.
Yeah, and Mulder and Scully were going to be in it.
And apparently the salamander hand thing was something that Chris Carter himself wanted in the episode for some reason. I don't know.
The salamander hand kind of felt like an afterthought a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like weird, and I guess it's like, I need it to be more weird. It's like, this is, I feel like it's half-baked and kind of like an abandoned idea almost, kind of just thrown in there. It's like, Chris Carter, please come collect your son.
I feel like in one part it looked like it was kind of a hand, and then in another part it wasn't. So I don't know.
It's a salamander. A salamander hand.
A salad hand?
Salad fingers. That's a thing.
Stay away from those.
So would you guys like to actually get into the actual episode?
Let's get into it, honey child.
So we open up at the curiously named Tashmoo Federal Prison in Pennsylvania at night in 1989. Most of the inmates are asleep, but there's this one prisoner in a wheelchair rolling around. He hears screams from another room, so he wills himself through the prison. And
how is this dude?
Yeah, shouldn't he be confined to his cell block?
Yeah, in
or
real life he wouldn't be out rolling the halls.
Or I don't know, being watched at least?
Yeah, he's roaming around like Professor X looking for a midnight snack.
I mean, I guess we're thinking about it, not all people in prison and prisoners are necessarily bad, violent people who aren't going to do what they're told. There's a lot of them that have jobs where they're allowed to just go places and do stuff, and they're not watched the whole time because they're trusted to just do it. And he's in a wheelchair, so I guess.
But look,
how much trouble can he really get into?
Sure, but this guy was in the same pod or whatever with a guy that was in there for
murder,
and he had a 340-year sentence. So
yeah, that's true.
I feel like they're pretty maximum security. They don't want him to get out at all. I don't know.
And he still is. That same dude's still in prison later. So
yeah.
Okay.
But
who knows?
Our Professor X wannabe opens a door to find someone in scrubs standing over a man at on a table. He asks him what he's done to Barnett. The guy says his friend John Barnett is dead. Wheelchair guy tells him he was pretty sure he heard him screaming, but the doctor tells him he's mistaken and holds a scalpel to the guy's neck to make sure he gets the message. He tells wheelchair guy, Crandall apparently, to get out of here. But before Crandall leaves, he turns back to see Barnett blink his cataract-filled eyes.
And also, you did miss. You can visibly see his hand is cut off.
Yes.
And bleeding.
Yes.
Like there's his hand is like chopped off, like not necessarily at the wrist, but maybe halfway up the first part of the arm.
Yeah.
And there's blood there, and like it just happened, I guess.
Yeah, you can tell that he's been cut up.
And his eyes are...
like gray.
Like cloudy.
Yeah.
And how you describe cloudy, very, like excessively, not like a
His
normal...
eyes are about to rain. They're cloudy and gray.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna rain little eyeballs.
We catch back up with our agents after the credits, and Scully is wondering why they're being called in to a jewelry store robbery. Mulder says a dude he works with in violence... Mulder says a dude he... Motherfucker. Mulder says a dude he worked with in violent crimes asked for him and said it was important, and that's all he really knows at the moment. They head into the store, and Mulder spots his former colleague, a tall guy named Reggie Perdue. Mulder smiles real big and shakes his hand as he introduces him to Scully. Reggie tells the agents a lone gunman shot down the clerk after she filled up his bag, but Reggie says he has to show Mulder something that will blow his fucking mind. He hands him an evidence baggie with a paper in it. Reggie is right. Mulder looks at the paper and that big old smile fades. He asks for the witness description of the robber. Reggie tells him they said 6 feet white guy with a ski mask on. He says that seems like John Barnett, but that it can't be. Scully asks who Barnett is. As our two agents walk out, Mulder is telling her about his first case. He was 28. Barnett had been hitting places all over the D.C. area and had racked up a small body count when Mulder was brought in.
So this guy was a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Reggie was the agent in charge on that one. Mulder had a theory about Barnett having an inside man, but Reggie thought he was full of it. Turns out Mulder was kinda right, though. They tried to plant bad info with the armored car company, but Barnett was way ahead of them. That's when he started sending notes a lot like the one in the evidence baggie. Scully reads the note. It says, Fox can't guard the chicken coop. Mulder says when they did capture Barnett, it wasn't clean. An agent died because Mulder screwed up. Barnett was able to dodge the death penalty, but was hit with 340 years.
Jeez.
Mulder was pretty sure that was longer than most people live and that Barnett would die in prison. Scully asked if he escaped, but Barnett died over 4 years ago in 1989. Mulder visits a handwriting analyst, I guess?
Yeah.
She horny for him.
Yeah, she is, dude. He asks her what she thinks, and she says she's only had this for 10 minutes. She tells Mulder that 10 minutes might be enough for him, but she doesn't have the pleasure of knowing that personally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeesh.
Very, very strange vibes. Like, she wants to fuck, and Mulder's just like, nah.
Yeah.
But she look at him like she's fucking him with her eyes, for
She's
real.
down bad for Mulder.
Damn.
And it happens again later, too. Like, she looks at him so weird.
It's,
I
yeah.
wonder if they actually hit it up outside of the show.
F Mulder, and the F is for fuckboy.
my.
Fuck boy Mulder.
But what she can tell is that the ink on the note is fresh, probably written within the last 2 days. She tells him it's ballpoint, that it was written by a right-handed person, and that they were probably sitting down. Mulder tells her to get to the point. She would say she's 95% sure that this was in fact written by Barnett, but that some of the ascenders and descenders are heavier.
Yeah, why does she say, she says ass enders. She means ascenders.
Yeah.
But she says ass enders.
Them ascenders, boy.
She like accentuates it. She
She-
enunciates it.
Maybe she
Enunciates
never
it.
said that word before.
Maybe. She also tells Mulder if it's a tracing or a fake, it's a damn good one. Reggie is showing Scully surveillance footage of the time that they took down Barnett. They were staking out a warehouse, Everything was going to plan until Barnett took the armored truck driver hostage at gunpoint. Mulder managed to sneak up behind him, firearm drawn. Reggie tells Scully he should have taken the shot. But with the hostage so close, it would have been extremely dangerous and not what they were trained to do in situations like this.
Yeah, so he was trying to follow the rules and not put the person in danger.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I see the whole thing, and like it's one of them things where it's like kind of a gray area rule, and like if he would have shot Barnett and not hurt the hostage, everything would have been fine.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been in trouble. Even if he
He
would have
might have got
died,
reprimanded, though. Who knows?
maybe a little bit, but not enough to.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't have got fired.
Yeah, but
Fire.
no one could have
Fire.
known what happened next, I guess. So
But if he had shot earlier, Reggie says, he could have saved 2 lives that night because Barnett just started shooting. You can tell Reggie sees this as his failing, too. He gets up, not able to watch what happens next. On screen, Scully sees Barnett kill the driver and then the closest agent before being shot in the shoulder and hand by Mulder. The agent's name was Wallenberg. Mulder never forgave himself. When he testified at Barnett's trial, Barnett told Mulder that he'd get him eventually. Reggie tells Scully he wishes Mulder had killed him that night at the warehouse.
yeah, this one is rough because he should have killed him. But I mean, I completely understand why he didn't shoot either. But then the part where I don't get is the moment that he shot that hostage and then turned his gun to shoot an agent, he should have shot him in the fucking head.
Yeah, he should have shot him
Yeah.
immediately.
He would not have been in trouble or reprimanded at all. He would have had to do like a take your gun away and go to psychotherapy.
Yeah, therapy. They give you
whatever.
therapy when you...
But he would have been in trouble for that because he literally just killed someone point blank. But the fact that he shot him only in the shoulder and the hand afterwards kind of pisses me off a little bit. He should have shot him in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Kill
whole thing
shot.
now, but then again, we wouldn't have this episode, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I guess, wouldn't be the...
The heart, the liver, the spleen.
Spoiler alert, wouldn't be the worst thing.
The heart, the liver, the spleen.
The heart, the liver, the spleen.
Shoot him in the heart, the liver, and the spleen, I guess.
Yeah.
Shoot him in his toes, too, so he can't walk it off. Shoot him in his hands so he can't grasp what's happened to him.
Shoot him in one eye so his depth perception is always off.
Yeah. Mulder just received a copy of the death certificate of Barnett from the Bureau of Prisons. He's been very dead since 1989, as Ellen Bledsoe would say.
Very dead.
He expositions everything back to Scully that she wasn't present for. She asks Mulder if maybe this was something Barnett set up before his death with an accomplice on the outside. She brings up that he did say he'd get Mulder.
Yeah.
She tells him that Reggie showed her the security tape. She thinks he did the right thing, but he's been wrestling with this going on 5 years. He tells her agent Steve Wallenberg had a family, a wife, and 2 boys. One of his kids is an all-star on the football team now. If Mulder had pulled that trigger 2 seconds sooner than he did, Wallenberg would be here to watch his kid play on game nights. But instead, he's got a dead jewelry thief sending him haikus.
None of these are haikus.
They're not really haikus,
Not
Mulder.
a single one of those is a
That
haiku.
one sentence.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
one
they're
sentence, man.
They're not even full sentences, really.
I guess
weird.
if you want to break down the syllables of each line, or whatever, maybe it's 575 you can do. I don't know.
But it's not. They're not haikus. That's
No.
just dumb.
But Mulder is sitting and watching some kids at a football game. And we're guessing that it's, Steve Wallenberg's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them. I don't see how this is all-star football. This is like Pee-wee.
Yeah, it's Pee-wee.
8-9-year-old the muddiest football field I have ever seen. Why are they playing?
This field is fucking
They don't
desiccated.
care. They play in the mud all the time.
But I mean, it's not like it's a muddy, grassy football field.
It's
It's a
soup.
mud field.
It's soup that they're playing on top of, man.
And they have like a table set up with like drinks and stuff, and it's sitting in mud.
Mulder looked out there and said, "Holy shit, it's a bowl of child soup."
Oh.
That's awful. But Mulder goes to leave and walks past a particularly creepy guy sitting on the bleachers.
Yeah, with his hood up. And if they hadn't have like specifically kind of focused the camera on him,
Uh-huh.
I might not have noticed. But they definitely focus the camera on him in a way that's you're like, oh,
That
this guy must be somebody.
And Mulder
Yeah.
also walks like a half inch from him. Like he's almost
his jacket
touching.
like brushes wind across his face as he walks past him. It's crazy.
his like a little bit of fabric of his suit just tickles his little nose and he says, when he gets to his car, somebody's left Mulder a really strange gift. It's a manila envelope filled with pictures of Mulder. There's a note, too. A hunted fox eventually dies. And, like, imagine...
These are, like, recent pictures.
Yeah, from, like, the other day.
Like, this day, or, like, the day before. Scully's in one or two of them. And
I don't think she was... I'm pretty sure
No, there was one where
Mulder.
they were both... No, Scully's in one of them, for sure.
Okay. But I just imagine if this is just an elaborate and poorly executed invitation to someone's car wash business or something, you know, like...
or someone what is it, the people who like fix your locks and makes your locks work on your car, be like, look, someone was able to just break right into your car, maybe you should, call us.
I broke into your car easy as shit. It's like a protection racket but for vehicle locks.
Yeah.
Looks like your car's pretty easy to be broken into, fella.
Like the actual job people get where they go into like Walmart, Target, whatever, and they try to steal stuff, and then they tell them, hey, I was able to steal this stuff because your shit's not working properly or your security, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a job people have. Apparently, I think that'd be really freaking cool to try to do that, but that's aside.
But Mulder doesn't think it's really cool because he screams to the heavens, I'll get you, you son of a bitch!
Which is
Could you imagine being out there and across the street? And you turn around.
What the fuck? Is this guy having a fight with someone invisible?
Well, a couple of the people at the football game turn around and they are extras because they don't know what their facial expressions are supposed to be at all. They're just going like this, oh.
Yeah.
They like look to the sky.
They just turn around and they're like, who is this super sane and stable man yelling? And,
did you say sane and stain?
No, I said sane and stable.
Okay.
Super sane and stable. And a couple at the game turn to look at Mulder, who sounds like a raving lunatic. But the creepy guy that Mulder brushed his nose just barely turns his head to look at Mulder. But
can you see his eye in that scene?
No.
yeah, you can a little bit.
I don't think
it
you
does
can
a close
see
up
the
on
cataract.
it does a close up on his eye, and you can tell that he's kind of like blindish.
Okay. Well,
Okay, you can
shit.
see like the fogginess of his eye.
Yeah.
The fog.
Okay. Different movie.
Mulder shows Reggie the pictures that were left in his car. Reggie thinks this has to be just some deranged person messing with him. Whether he wanted revenge or not, Barnett is dead, and plenty of people know about that threat he made. But Mulder knows what his gut instinct is telling him. Reggie closes the door and gets serious. He never paid any mind to the nicknames that Mulder has at the bureau, Spooky and all that. But now, he tells Mulder when they first met just looking at him, he tells Mulder when they first met just looking at him pissed him off.
Oh God!
Oh,
And
Lord.
it makes you for a moment just think that we love Mulder so much. We love him to death, right? But having to be his boss, yeah, he's got a very punchable face.
A little bit, yeah.
For like an employee, someone you need to tell what to do properly, you would not like to have
He'd
him as
be
an
a
employee.
motherfucker to be over, man.
Yeah.
Supervise
Yeah,
him
you'd want to punch him in the face.
all the time.
So I get it. I feel for him.
But even though he did want to punch Mulder in the face, he also took note of how he picked up on things, how he seemed to be 3 steps ahead all the time. The Bureau apparently had big plans for him, but he let them down by chasing his theories.
Theories.
Yeah, the italicized theories in quotes.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
They talk about him like a paranoid embarrassment, even a liability now. Mulder...
Wait,
What?
are you going to mention when he turns around right there?
Oh, yeah.
He waits for him to finish that sentence. It's like, now they think you're a liability. And Mulder waits, like, gives it a beat. And then he turns and says, what?
Yeah, it's very dramatic. Whenever
Very
it happened,
dramatic.
I said, acting?
Acting.
Which is something we picked up from Jason Brandt.
This episode, I feel like Mulder is trying to have his like solo, real in-depth acting moments. And if this episode would have been written a few seasons later, it might have gone a little better, because I promise you Mulder's acting does get better.
It does.
But right now it feels like he's still a baby.
He's a babe in the woods.
He is. He goes, what? The way he says it, I just can't get that over. I can't get out of my head.
But with all that told to Mulder, he starts to wonder if maybe someone at the Bureau is fucking with him. Reggie says it's better to have his ass covered either way. Just then, Scully walks in with a fax of John Barnett's will. He had no relatives, and after cremation, his ashes were spread along the Delaware River. He left everything he had to a Joe Crandall. Reggie thinks this backs up his belief that this is someone just fucking with Mulder. But Mulder says killing a store clerk just to mess with him is a bit much.
Right? And even if it is, that's what I feel like it has happened in a few different episodes where it's like, even if Mulder's theory is wrong or right, we still have something happening that needs to be fixed and solved.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's not John Barnett, someone's murdering some people, so we have to keep going.
Mulder stops in with some kind of image specialist who helps Mulder age up a photo of John Barnett. It's only been 5 years, but they aged the image like 20.
Yeah, she says they age it 5 years, and then they age it 5 years, and I'm like, that's a
hard 5 years.
That's like a 20-year, 5 year.
5 years, you don't look much different, really.
No,
no.
Really. He must have got onto some crack at some point.
Like,
in that
in order
5
to
years.
like really, really notice like a significant difference, especially like if you don't take care of yourself at all, like you can notice it at 10 years.
Yeah.
But not 5.
Yeah.
Like, if you see a 10-year difference picture, you can definitely see, especially yourself. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
But
that made the motherfucker look old.
That's not enough image meddling for Mulder, so he also tells her that Barnett could be wearing any kind of disguise.
Just any.
And so she just adds a beard on.
And he is so upset by that for some reason. He turns around, he's like, oh.
I really wanted her to add like a Freddy Krueger mask on him or something.
I wanted those glasses with the eyeballs that hang out.
Or the glasses, mustache, Groucho Marx combo disguise.
Or the Bush mask. What year was this?
Bush Senior. You could have done Bush Senior.
The masks weren't a thing back then, though, were they?
That
was from a scary movie, right? Or am I just totally wrong?
No, I mean they've always like done masks of like super like political figures. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, even in Heat, like they all dress up as the presidents of the United States wives or something, don't
Jefferson.
they? No. There's some bank heist movie where they dress up as presidents' wives, because I remember Nancy Reagan. That was Domino.
Yes.
That we watched.
That was good.
In Heat, they do dress up as like Ronald Reagan and like
Jefferson and Washington.
Yeah,
and,
shit like
and
that.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
I think it's like something like that. Like the four,
for sure.
The 4 from the Mount Rushmore?
Well, Ronald Reagan's not on Mount Rushmore,
I know
thank
that.
God.
I know that.
We just said no to that.
It was a nah.
We just say nah.
Nah.
Just say nah, bro. I don't want any meth. I don't want any cocaine. Get away from me, owners of Canon Pictures, whose name I can't remember. Golem and Globus? Am I wrong?
Globus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't know anything about Canon Pictures or Canon Films. That's a whole can of worms. But anyway.
What were we talking about at the beginning of that tirade?
Well, the image specialist.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, the image specialist. The way these computer things work is absolutely ridiculous. And they just apparently press buttons and, like, things happen. I feel like that's not how they work at all. You know what I mean?
She has a beard button with, like...
There's a beard button, right?
Yeah.
It just...
She reaches over the keyboard and finds the beard button and presses it.
It's like E plus tab or something. I don't know. And like you can tell when she's typing on the keyboard, she's not.
No.
Nothing's happening from what she's typing. There's no letters popping up or anything. I don't know.
But seeing Barnett with a fake beard upsets him, and Mulder turns around and starts to remember the Barnett trial. And in the memory, Mulder tells the court that it's almost like Barnett was daring them to catch him, like his killings were all part of a game. Barnett glares at Mulder from the seat, an evil little smile on his face. Mulder recounts that awful night they did catch Barnett, how he killed his own accomplice, shot Agent Wallenberg in the face. The lawyer stops her questioning, but Mulder stands up, no longer able to hold himself together. He tells Barnett that he gunned those people down, killed them without dignity or humanity. He tells him, "You should be the one to die like an animal, you son of a bitch."
Acting.
Yeah.
More acting. This is a little better than the last time he was acting. But the way he says "son of a bitch," you could tell David Duchovny was not feeling very angry or anything at that moment. It was just like, "You son of a bitch." What's his name? See, I want to remember the actor's name, but I can't right now. Who plays his dad in Smallville? The actor's name? My brain.
John Schneider.
John Schneider. John Schneider's son of a bitch line was acting.
Yeah.
Like, the comparison is...
That's one of the best sons of bitches ever.
Yeah,
There's a couple of good sons of bitches in this one where Scully said, "I'll gas you out of this life, you son of a bitch," in this one, and Mulder has a really good one later.
Yeah, this one is not at the top of them.
But as Mulder leaves the stand and sits back down beside Reggie, Barnett turns around and whispers that he'll get him.
And blows him a little kiss, too.
And a wink.
He winks and blows a kiss and does a jerk-off motion. He does some finger guns. He gesticulates cunnilingus, and then he pantomimes slitting a throat.
Oh,
Scary stuff.
Yeah, you don't know if he's going to kiss you or kill you.
Or both. At the same time.
But back from his doodly-doo, Mulder asks for a printout of her results. Scully comes to inform Mulder that she just got off the phone after calling up the prison. Turns out she learned some strange stuff. She had them fax Barnett's medical records, and it turns out 6 months before he quote-unquote died, he had been given a clean bill of health. There was no cardiac or coronary anything. Just the time he was in the infirmary for an infection in his right hand. The team heads up to Tashmoo Penitentiary to see Mr. Joe Crandall. He's surprised to see them because he doesn't get many visitors. Mulder cuts to the chase. He knew Barnett? He says pretty well. He used to change his bandages and they became friends over time. He's flabbergasted when they bring up that Barnett died of a heart attack, though.
He said, "What? Where does it say that?"
Yeah. He asks them if he's still alive, because he says the last time he saw Barnett, a doctor took his bad hand off with a knife. They ask if it was the same doctor that pronounced Barnett dead, a Dr. Ridley. Crandall says that's the one. The guy put a scalpel to his throat just for asking about Barnett. But Crandall saw Barnett stare at him, saw him blink. It's something he can't forget. There's a really tense interaction between our agents in the X Zone. Mulder loads his firearm and tells Scully he's not waiting for Barnett to send him another cute little poem. She asks him if he means Barnett's ghost. He looks her straight in the eye and coldly tells her he didn't think she believed in ghosts.
Yeah, so I don't understand why this line is there. This has to be something with the writing, because they just talked to Crandall in the wheelchair in the prison.
Yeah.
Who said, "Oh, I think he's actually still alive because I saw him alive. He wasn't dead." And then the next scene, Scully's like, "You mean a ghost? Because he's dead, right?" But, like, you'd think at this moment, just logically with, like, science and medical and no crazy theory, someone saw him alive.
Yeah.
So it's possible he could just be alive.
It's
something
that at least warrants
theory,
investigation. You
exactly.
know?
Yeah, the ghost theory obviously is crazy in Scully's mind, but there's a chance he could just have faked his death or some way. So, like, the writing here is very strange.
But thank God this strange moment is interrupted by a phone call. Scully picks up and tells Mulder it's for him. He takes the phone and a creepy voice greets him by his full name. Mulder motions to Scully and she gets on forming a trace on the call. The voice on the other end tells Mulder he's pretty sure it's illegal to record a phone call without permission.
Yeah, because the first thing he does when he realizes it's him is he turns around. So I guess this recording machine that's on the opposite side of the room is his phone, is somehow connected to his phone.
Right.
And he presses like 3 different buttons on it, and then it's recording, apparently.
I guess.
I don't know. This old technology, I don't know how that shit works.
But Mulder tells him that depends on the state and asks him what state he's in. That's pretty clever. He's like, "Oh, that's illegal." He's like, "Depends on the state. What state are you in?" The voice tells Mulder that he stood next to him in line as he got his coffee this morning. He's everywhere Mulder is. He owns him. Mulder asks him how he's supposed to believe that this is really Barnett. Barnett tells him to remember what he told him in the courtroom. Mulder asks him to remind him exactly what he said. Barnett laughs and brushes it off as Mulder trying to keep him on the phone for the trace. Mulder tells the voice that as far as he knows, Barnett is a dead man. The voice says, "You're the dead man, Mulder."
Yeah, the way he says Mulder is...
He's a Mulder or
Mulder.
Mulder or something. I don't
Mulder.
know. Mulder.
It reminds me of one of the big bad guys from Lord of the Rings. The way he says it.
Oh, like Mordor?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it reminded me
That's
of.
a place, but still.
Whatever. You know, it's a big bad place, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're mostly right.
Yep, usually.
Mulder tells him, "Whatever, dude, I just need proof you are who you say you are." The guy says he'll get some proof and blows Mulder a kiss before hanging up. This guy's a freak.
This whole dialogue this dude has here, I swear 3 different people wrote it over 3 different periods of time and they combined it together. It doesn't make any sense.
It's gotta be, man. At least some of the stuff that doesn't add up.
Why does he ask him, well, then what did you tell me in the courtroom? It would have been a lot less things to say to just say, oh, I said I'll get you.
Yeah.
And then bam, he's got the proof. The rest of the conversation
I
is
don't
unnecessary.
know. It's because they wanted the audience to be like, oh, is it really Barnett?
Yeah. It's poorly written. Poorly written.
Scully rushes back in after the call drops, and Mulder says he was hip to the trace, but plays back a section of the call. He says to him, it does sound like Barnett.
Something about an accent.
Yeah, he says he's got a New Hampshire accent.
Or something. Is it New
This
Hampshire?
guy has like a California bro accent.
Yeah, he's got like a...
You guys.
Yeah, kind
That's
of
what
like...
they say, you guys.
Whoa, dude, I'm gonna go down to the beach and kill Mulder, dude.
Gnarly waves at the beach when I kill Mulder.
We say y'all, and they say you guys.
Yeah.
You guys.
Mulder.
Yeah, but he sounds like he should be carrying around a surfboard, and he has long blonde shaggy hair, no shirt, and he's like running through the beach. That's what this dude sounds like.
You know what? This guy got a new lease on life, and instead of becoming a hot surfer dude, he became a sad murderer.
Aww.
That's terrible.
Things could have been so different.
We catch up with Reggie, and the poor man has dozed off with his glasses on. They're chilling right around his lips. You notice that he fell asleep, his glasses are around his lips. But they fall off his face as he's woken up by a ringing phone. Reggie's wondering why the hell Mulder is calling him in the middle of the night. Mulder laughs because it's only 10:45, but Mulder fucker, I remember you feeling exhausted at 7:55 in that one Jersey Devil episode. He looked up at the clock. He was like, "Oh God, I'm so tired.
It's almost 8.
It's almost 8 p.m.
Oh Lord.
All right, go to bed, Grandpa."
Right.
He tells Reggie that it looks like Barnett may be alive after all. He tells him about what Crandall said. Reggie sits up and tells Mulder to go home and get some rest. And just then we notice someone in the background doing their best Riddler from Matt Reeves' The Batman. He's just kind of standing in there waiting to murder somebody and they haven't noticed him.
I put in my notes, oh God, I see somebody coming in behind Reggie.
Reggie! You're screaming at the screen.
Yeah.
Reggie, goddammit, turn around! Mulder's telling him about the right hand amputation and how the note was written right-handedly. But no time to ruminate on that because just then we see the right hand in question pick Reggie up by the throat. Mulder is left yelling into the receiver as Reggie slumps to the ground dead. The man tosses another note onto the body and leaves.
Yeah, so he chokes him, and I know how choking works, and it takes a lot longer than that to kill someone.
Yeah, he
choking
holds
them.
him up for about 2 seconds.
Well, maybe
3
that
max.
salamander hand is unusually
Extra strong.
or something. That's what I thought.
And then this whole time, I haven't mentioned it yet because they haven't gotten into too much detail of it, but the handwriting thing, and he's got a salamander hand, but like his handwriting is perfect.
Yeah,
That's
he's got
better looking
beautiful
than mine.
handwriting.
He writes better than I do, and I
asshole.
have nice handwriting. Like he writes not, and the handwriting analysis lady, horny lady, she's like, yeah, it's like I think it's perfect. He couldn't have a glove on. It can't be a prosthetic. It's got to be his hand. And I swear to God, there's no way. I don't know.
Stupid.
There's something
And
about
also, About the Reggie thing, apparently he was going to get choked for a lot longer and we were going to see it, but like Fox's standards and practices was like, that's too much. You guys got to cut that down, so it's pretty much instant.
Aw.
That
Yeah.
makes sense, I guess. Just they could have just cut away from it and had Mulder listening to
Right.
for like
yeah.
5 or 10 seconds and him screaming and then cut over to whatever.
At the scene of the crime, Scully walks in, not fucking around, saying she wants every inch of lint covered, dug up, squeezed, and sifted.
Oh yeah, she puts on her badass shoes right there for a minute, doesn't she?
Colonel tight-ass sound and shit.
Right?
She really says, like, I don't want any lint not cataloged or something,
If
but it
you-
reminded me of that.
If you do it, you don't find anything, do it again.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, she said something exactly like that. Mulder is beside himself. Yet another name he'll have to remember forever. He tells Scully that Reggie's wife died 6 years ago from cancer, but he never talked about it. How Reggie had been writing a mystery novel he had promised to show Mulder, but never did. Maybe he was afraid Mulder wouldn't have liked it. Scully says she's sorry, but Mulder can't get the thought of how different things would be if he had just shot Barnett earlier out of his head. He shows Scully the note that was left for him to find. Funeral for Fox's friends, then for Fox.
So, Fox and Friends funeral?
I guess it's a Fox and Friends funeral.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
so.
Mulder's back with a pent-up handwriting analyst, and she confirms it was written by a right-handed male, same guy from the other note. Mulder asks if it could have been written by a prosthetic hand, and she doesn't think so. And then she brings up how there were no fingerprints on the paper, even though he wasn't wearing a glove, which is indicated by smudges on the note.
Yeah, so I just kind of spoiled some of that stuff a second ago. But is this the one where she's like, whenever he goes to look into the microscope? Did you see this, Angel?
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
this is that scene.
She backs away from the microscope and lets him look at it. She's like looking at him like this, and she's like,
I didn't pay no attention.
she was like giving him sex eyes
She's-
hard,
she's
licking her like inside her mouth with her tongue and stuff. Like
She's imagined him, like, pushing that damn microscope off the table and putting her up there on the counter.
she is like
Oh,
she
man, I
is
missed
so
it.
horny for
I'll
him.
have to show it to you. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But, Mulder walks into the X zone to the dulcet tones of Scully immediately info dumping that Dr. Ridley hasn't been registered with the AMA since '79, after his membership was revoked for research malpractice and misusing government funds. Bro was experimenting on children with progeria, which, without further context, already sounds pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Experimenting on children no matter what they have. Pretty bad already.
Pretty bad. The team finds themselves at the National Institutes of Health. A doctor is showing them a 1974 projector video of an 8-year-old girl suffering from progeria. And this is that Courtney girl whose family were big fans of the X-Files.
Yeah. That's super cool that they got to do that and everything.
Mulder, who is always considerate, says, "Damn, she looks old as fuck!" And everyone stares at him for a minute. After that awkwardness, the doctor tells our agents that progeria is exceedingly rare. Only around 100 cases has ever been reported. He tells them sometimes patients make it to early adulthood, but many more are terminal by 7 or 8. Mulder asks what the cause of death is, and the young girl with progeria seemingly looks at him across time, probably pissed at him for saying she looks elderly. And I did have a picture of this.
Aw.
She's like looking. It's one of those things, like, you know how people will hold their phone up to like the television when it looks like a person's looking at it having a reaction.
Mhm.
That's kind of what she did in 1994. What a trendsetter! Congratulations, Courtney.
Right?
Memeing before your time. But to that point, the doctor says they usually die of various things, but it's basically old age. Dr. Ridley appears in the video now. The NIH doc says Ridley wanted to slow down their accelerated aging. Ridley had wanted to start human trials but was told it was too dangerous without further solid research. The doc tells them he knew Ridley and he didn't give a shit about those kids he was allegedly trying to help. He talked about them like lab rats, saw their progeria as a wonderful opportunity to uncover scientific secrets.
Yeah, he seems like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big piece of shit.
Like some Dr. Frankenstein type
Yeah.
psycho stuff.
They're people, damn it.
Kids, even.
He says that they even call him Dr. Mingala, actually.
Which I had to be told who that was. And now that
Do you
I
know
was
who
told.
Dr. Mingala is?
I got Amngley.
My baloney has a first name. No,
No, I don't know.
it's the guy that was like Hitler's like top research guy.
He was the Frankenstein of real life type thing.
A terrible fucking
Dang, I
person.
didn't know that.
Probably did experiments on kids and homeless people and sick people and who
Just
knows what
anybody
else.
they could round up in them damn camps was ready to be experimented on.
Yeah.
But
Plus animals. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Ridley was pissed when he was denied human trials, so he started to do them anyway behind closed doors. When the doc's people found out, they filed charges with the medical board and had his government grant rescinded. Last that the doc heard, the rumor was that Ridley went down to South America to continue his work. Mulder thinks Ridley was using Barnett as a human guinea pig. It does line up. Ridley wanted human test subjects, and nobody was going to look too closely at what happened to a violent prisoner that was serving 340 years.
Yeah, true.
Scully says this sounds like sci-fi bullshit, to which Mulder tells her that so did gene splicing and cloning in AI back in the day, 20 years ago. Maybe John Barnett has found the perfect disguise, Benjamin buttoning himself.
Oh, Lord.
Mulder heads to the imaging department to de-age Barnett's mugshot while Scully writes a report on Ridley. How he saw aging as an opportunistic disease to be overcome. Scully hears a door creak somewhere in her apartment and looks to her firearm across the room. And the music here is very Pee-wee Herman Death Cult for some reason. There's like this janky piano with a weird down note. It's like dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, it sounds like a Pee-wee or like a Tim Burton-esque type, like, I don't know how to describe it. But then there's also these like, ha, ha, he, ha, ha, death chant sounds and shit. So I don't know.
I said, girl, you better get your gun. That's
Hell
what I
yeah.
said in my notes, literally.
Yeah, it's very, very creepy.
About to go Annie Oakley up in here. But like, the music is so weird. Mark Snow, are you okay? Mark Snow Confusion Corner. Scully silently stalks around her own home, pointing her pistol at the dark corners. She gets a knock at the door and goes to answer it, and the camera follows her until it pans to a man in the shadows of the room watching her. She asks who's there. The voice on the other side of the door says, "Boo." Scully says, "Boo hoo." The voice behind the door says, "Stop crying, it's just me, Dr. Joe Ridley."
Oh, my Lord.
The shadowy man
You
backs...
thought you really, really liked that one, didn't you, babe?
I'm sorry, yeah. And I stumbled over it a little bit, but I'm going to keep it because I love it, so...
We still love you anyway.
The shadowy man backs away through Scully's apartment to some seriously insidious Mark Snow score. We are so back!
Yeah.
It went weird, and then it went, all right, now I'm kicking in.
Back to
Mark's
normal, I guess.
We went from the Mark Snow Confusion Corner to the Mark Snow Glaze Corner. The team is in the Scully sanctum with Ridley, and it kind of just looks like a very chill time.
Yeah.
Scully's even sitting cross-legged on the couch.
Like, really cozy.
And it made me realize how little you see Scully actually relax, you know?
Yeah, she's always very ready to go. And,
well, she's in her own home. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like got her feet up and like no shoes on even. Like, oh my gosh, Scully, chill.
For free in this economy? Feet pics? Mulder asks Ridley where he's been the past 5 years. The doctor tells him he did in fact go down to Mexico to continue his work, but he spent the last 3 years in Belize. Barnett was the only patient who survived his experiments.
And I don't know if you mentioned it too, but his eyes are also
Oh yeah, his eyes are also
clouded over
clouded.
and white
That's right.
looking. Yeah.
Mulder points out the fairly obvious problem here. Ridley looks basically the same as he did in that footage from 1974. Ridley says looks can be deceiving. He figured out how to throw the aging process into reverse using the genetics behind progeria, but the trade-off was that he and his patients became vulnerable to all the same old age ailments that kill kids with the disease.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
So he uses the disease to...
He reversed the disease, therefore he got... I mean, he's reversing aging with the disease, so he had to tap into it, I guess.
Yeah, and so, but then the fact that they are young and they get an old age disease, but he's not old, but he's not young at all.
He's at least in his,
40s
late 30s
or 50s.
and the 70s.
Okay, yeah, so 40s or 50s now, right? I don't know. It just, I don't understand the medical sciencey stuff of it, and it really just didn't make any sense, to be honest.
No.
It just didn't.
Even though he thinks the man is horrible, he seems a little bit proud of his one success, John Barnett. He tells them the only thing dying in John Barnett are his eyes, which for some reason won't respond to gene therapy. Ridley gets into the science of what he did differently with Barnett. Basically, I had to look this shit the fuck up. Good
I was going to
God
say, this
almighty.
made no sense.
Basically, he figured out how to manipulate myelin, the stuff that coats our nerves, which he says is one of the things keeping humans from regenerating lost limbs. By dialing that back, he was able to get Barnett's body to start growing him a new hand.
What?
But, yeah, I don't know. But
That we all agree that what?
it's
Doesn't
junk.
make sense.
It's junk, theoretical, weird science.
They put big words together and we're hoping
Yeah.
we wouldn't look them up.
I looked it up.
But this hand that he grew for Barnett wasn't exactly human. And this is a great time to tell you guys about a product tie-in
I
that
was
this episode
wondering about
had.
that.
Yes, they had a product tie-in for this one too.
I feel like they're going to do it for all of them.
So Neutrogena's Youngit Hands Appendage Rejuvenation Unit was the tie-in product for this episode.
Oh boy.
Back in 1994, Neutrogena was test running a product it planned to release in Q1 1995, marketed primarily toward high-end hand models and the dermis conscious.
Oh.
Dermis conscious, okay.
Well, Eon Productions caught wind of it. Camera fidelity was improving, production on GoldenEye was about to begin, and Desmond Llewellyn, the actor who played Q, was expected to spend a lot of time holding up gadgets in close-up to the camera, you know. Llewellyn had always had beautiful, elegant, slender hands, but recently he developed a few age spots. Barbara Broccoli was taking on more control of the series than ever before. This was the first Bond movie in 6 years as well, and she wanted everything to go perfectly. So Eon secured Desmond an early pair of Youngit hands. The treatment required him to wear these enormous boxy black plastic gloves continuously for 6 months.
6 months?
He couldn't take them off to sleep. He couldn't take them off to shower. He spent half a year walking around looking like he was about to handle uranium. Finally, 6 months later, just before filming began, they removed the gloves. The age spots were gone. Unfortunately, Desmond Llewellyn's once slender fingers had swollen into the large yellow sausage fingers we all love and know today.
Oh, yeah, he did have big sausage
Lord.
fingers, didn't he?
Neutrogena immediately canceled the public release of Youngit Hands, buried all evidence that the product had ever existed, and Desmond was forced to live with his new salamander mitts for the rest of his life.
Which was a long and happy one.
Well, not that much longer. And that is why, throughout the Brosnan era, Q handles some of the most delicate technology ever devised by MI6 with 10 fucking bratwursts. And I will show you a picture
Of his actual hands?
of this man's actual big fucking hands.
Dang.
They got some big sausage fingers,
Good
doesn't
Lord,
he?
he sure
Neutrogena
does.
fucked him up. You know, I bet he would have sued, but he died too soon afterwards. You know, he died in 99.
Did he really?
Not from old age either, from getting hit by a car.
Oh, yeah, he died
Holy
driving a car.
He was driving a car, and it was the other dude's fault too. It wasn't like, oh, Desmond Llewellyn's too old to drive. I think the other dude was just drunk or angry or something.
Desmond Llewellyn was in great shape for being 85 when he died?
94?
94?
I want to say.
Something
maybe.
like that. Late 80s, early 90s.
And I mean, he had just been in a movie. So he was just in The World Is Not Enough. So that's fucking insane. But, man, can you imagine being that guy that accidentally killed, like, Desmond Llewellyn? It's like Matt said on our James Bond thing, you gotta move out of the UK.
Does it say the guy's name?
Probably not. I would
You
hope
could probably
not.
find it if you search, but man.
Isn't there a few things like that? Like, was Paul Walker, was that his fault or someone else's fault?
Oh, Paul Walker, that was his fault. He was
Okay.
driving way too fast in a Lamborghini.
Well,
or
I
some
can't
shit.
remember. There's a couple of them that are people who who
He
died.
thought he really was fast and furious.
Like the
Oh,
few, like
He was fast, but he was also fragile.
real life, you're fragile. Yeah, there's a few things like that, like
I'm gonna get these fingers off my screen.
like plane crashes and helicopter crashes and train accidents, boat things where celebrities and stuff die because someone was an idiot
Yeah.
or someone messed up somewhere along the way. It's like, damn.
But Scully says she's afraid to ask what kind of hands they were if they weren't human, but she does anyway.
The way she acting, the way she
Yeah.
acts.
She's like, I'm kind of afraid to ask, bro. What are you about to tell me? Ridley tells them of these successful experiments out of London where these mad lads managed to make an amputated salamander arm grow out of its back. You know, I bet that's why they put it in London to tie into like the whole 007 thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah,
They
okay.
probably had like an agreement with MI6 and used their facilities to do it, maybe.
How damn. Okay, maybe. This thing goes all the way to the top, apparently.
Yeah. Well, it's government.
It goes all the way
conspiracy
to
stuff.
the top of a very proper British top hat.
Yes.
I'm wearing a top hat.
I've got a banana.
But they managed to make an amputated salamander arm grow out of the back of a salamander? That sounds a little bit unethical, right?
Why not make it grow out of where his arm should be?
Yeah.
At the
I
very
feel like
least.
I feel like a lot of science is like that though. Like I feel like if you go far enough back, a good bit of science is just some guy in a toga saying, I'm gonna weld this rock to my penis and hit it with a hammer and see what happens.
Ugh.
And then later in the year you see that guy accepting a Nobel Prize in a penis cast.
A lot of the stuff that there's the reason we have certain things is because someone did some dumb shit.
A lot of people died.
The kite, the light bulb kite, lightning, all
yeah.
that was fucking crazy
It was
back
a key,
then.
it wasn't a light bulb.
What?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? But
That
that's,
led to the light bulb, I think.
yeah, something like that. But it's like stuff like that is people did crazy shit that everyone thought was fucking insane, and all of a sudden now we have electricity.
That's actually a perfect fucking example. So we can turn on this light right above us, turn it off, turn it on. And to get there, Thomas fucking
Edison?
It wasn't Jefferson, was it? It was
Edison.
Ben Franklin had to go
Dang,
outside
Ben
during a
Franklin.
lightning storm with a fucking kite and a key, get shocked by lightning, and then fucking years later, Thomas Edison had to use a bit of that knowledge, at least, to fucking try like 1,000 different times before he got a working light bulb that was semi-okay and didn't kill everyone in a 5-mile vicinity or some weird shit.
Yeah.
And then now we can turn on our light bulb
I'm pretty
150 years later or whatever.
I'm pretty sure he did, maybe not kill, but seriously injure a few people in the process of trying to figure out how to get to work.
Science is littered with people that just tried one too many times to do something.
Does this mean every time we turn on the light, it's lightning in the sky somewhere?
Sure. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, it was a salamander only thing until John Barnett. Mulder and Scully are both like, what the fuck? The slimy guy, because Dr. Ridley looks very moist.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
no.
Like maybe he swam from South America to meet Mulder and Scully here today.
Yeah, he just like carries a humidity cloud with him everywhere
Or
he
Central
goes.
America or wherever.
Central, South, both.
Because I was confused. I was like, wait, isn't Mexico in Central America? Nope, that's North America, you silly fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Cum. North America spells cum, Mom. Did you know that? Canada, United, Mexico.
Oh gosh.
We're just in the United Cums of
We're in the
North
middle
America.
We're in the middle of cum.
We're in the middle. We are right in the middle of cum.
Yeah.
Right
Help
in the
me,
juicy
help
middle.
me.
Help me. I'm
Help.
covered in cum. I got a bad case of covered in cum.
Oh, Lord.
The slimy guy says his work has cost him everything. He's been called every mad scientist in pop culture. You know, he says Dr. Mengele and Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Been blacklisted and ostracized, but it had always been worth it because if he was right, he'd practically discovered the fountain of youth. When word about his abysmal experiments got out, he was approached directly by the U.S. government who wanted to bankroll his whole thing. He thinks they'd be surprised by how high up the ladder his dirty little secret goes. Is this what they mean when they talk about lizard people in Congress?
Maybe.
These motherfuckers in Congress want salamander hands.
Oh, Lord.
Well, it's like when she, I was going to bring that up, but I forgot. When she first said, well, what kind of hands were you using? Salamander specifically didn't come to mind, but lizards and of that nature came to mind because that's a thing that I've heard of in like Jurassic Park and or other type of things where lizards regrow.
We used to have an iguana we named Zilla, short for Godzilla.
I loved him.
You guys have talked about him on an episode before, I believe. Maybe not.
But he was, probably about a year old or something. One of us stepped on his tail and he just pulled off and his tail got left behind and he grew it back.
Yep, he grew it back.
Yep.
And there was another time he broke his leg and I had
he liked to get up in the Christmas tree is what it was, wasn't it? And he jumped down from too high. Or was it he jumped off Dad?
He jumped off of your dad.
But he did like to climb that Christmas tree.
But I took him to the vet and they put a pin in his leg.
How much did it cost?
I can't remember.
$500.
But he couldn't slap with his tail as well as he had before then.
Which good, because he was an asshole sometimes.
I loved him.
I did too. He was awesome. We follow Deep Throat through a busy bar at night. He slides in next to Mulder in a booth.
This is getting real interesting, real quick.
Yeah. He says he knows why Mulder contacted him. He wasn't proud of how it was handled, but John Barnett is a fact of life. Mulder twists the knife, saying he wishes his friend Reggie was here to appreciate the irony. Deep Throat brings up that, of course, Mulder knows that Barnett stole Ridley's research, which is legitimately news to anyone watching. This shit wasn't mentioned at all.
Yeah, I don't know where they got that from. They just mentioned it, and we were supposed to have already heard that, but we were paying attention.
4 different drafts in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It was mentioned in one of them.
Someone cut it out and forgot later.
Yeah. He tells Mulder that the government has been bargaining with Barnett, which I did notice that bargaining with Barnett sounds like an A&E series, like it's a Storage Wars spinoff or something. Like, welcome to Bargaining with Barnett. Today we got this foot smoker.
Yeah.
But the government has been bargaining with him to get that research. He's asking for a bunch of stuff, including immunity and an assload of money. And judging by Deep Throat's reaction when Mulder asks, he's probably going to get it.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah, man. See,
promise him everything, get what you need, and then put him in jail.
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't really know who to trust, because sometimes Deep Throat will have Mulder's back, but then times like this, he's like, "What do you want me to fucking do, dude?" I mean,
well, because you don't really understand his position. I still don't think we ever really know his position necessarily, but like, he's obviously higher up.
Yeah.
But he's not high.
Yeah, he's not the highest.
He definitely has people, a multitude of people above him. So, like, he doesn't necessarily have a lot of control of what's going on. He can just kind of feed little bits here and there.
Yeah, he's basically telling Mulder that, like, this is, like, more important than, like, this case actually being solved. Like, what this man can do is better than justice.
Yeah.
For everyone that has been wronged.
Which, I mean, like, if there was a dude who was out there murdering people and he wanted immunity and he had the cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Or something, they would probably, you know what I mean, do whatever they could to make sure they could get it. You know, I get it, but still it's stupid.
Mulder asks him if he's aware that he and his people are bargaining with a murderer. Deep Throat begs Mulder to consider how the information Barnett has could change the course of mankind. Mulder gives him a very loaded "I will" and storms off, leaving Deep Throat sitting alone like a big dumbass with his beer.
Yeah.
he looks at his beer like, well, I guess I'll drink this.
Oh, seeing him sad and miserable
beer.
is nice sometimes.
Sometimes, because he's not always on our side, you know.
Yeah.
Scully is finishing up in the shower when her answering machine suddenly starts playing her unheard messages, one from her mom and another from a friend. I had to look this up because I barely remember having an answering machine. But apparently you could call your own machine, punch in a code, and check your messages remotely. Yeah. And on some of the models, the physical box would play them out loud in your home, too.
Yes.
So that's that. Because when it was happening, I was like, why?
Yeah, we were like, what?
What?
I'm too young for this shit.
I understand the calling it, and you got a code, and you hear your messages. That concept I get completely. I did that. It plays...
It's apparently a
part
real
is
thing.
weird.
I looked it up. Some of them did.
It must have been like an older technology that did that, and they fixed it when they got newer, maybe.
I guess.
Hmm.
Anyway, Scully brings the machine to Mulder in the X zone. She tells him she was sure someone was in her apartment last night before Ridley showed up. She had it dusted for prints, and sure enough, John Barnett turned up.
I see. I love this when she brings it in. She's like, "So Mulder, I was looking at my answer. I was at my answer machine when I go, yeah." And he's like, "Oh, Scully, don't worry about it." And then she's like, "No, but then this and this, and I thought someone was in my house." And he's like, "Oh, Scully, don't worry about it." And he's like, "There's a print on it." He's like, "Oh, Scully." And then she's like, "It's his print." And he's like, "Oh." And he like changes his tune immediately because he was just like, "Oh, Scully's just being weird."
But speak of the devil, Mulder's phone rings, and it's a very moany, whiny surfer bro Barnett.
Yes, it is, Lord.
He tells Mulder not to grow too fond of his new friend Ridley, of any of his friends for that matter. This now practically state-sanctioned psychopath tells him that this is the land of the free. Nobody's going to stop him. Then he hangs up, because he basically is state-sanctioned. They're like, well, we'll get you your money and all your immunity and stuff. And he's like, all right, well, in the meantime, I'm going to keep killing.
And they're like, okay, I guess we need what you have, so whatever. Which is crazy.
Mulder asked Scully what the messages on her machine were. Just a random call from her mom and one from her friend Kathy about a cello recital. Mulder asked where that's being held. Our team passes out the de-aged variations of Barnett and brief a room of agents at the recital. Scully is not to be let out of anyone's sight. If Barnett shows, they're to try to take him down alive without firing. Our team breaks away. Scully says it's the first time she's ever had to play the target, and Mulder has a weird response where he tells her he's going to make sure it isn't the last.
Yeah. What?
I get what he's saying. He's trying to be like, well, I'm going to make sure you survive this ordeal.
To work more often.
because that sounded backwards.
Yeah, the way he says it is, we're going to make sure you get to be bait a lot more often in the future. Like, it's very strange to word it that way.
Oh, thanks, Mulder.
Thanks, Mulder.
We see a young man with a pretty gnarly hand tuning a piano. He looks over his shoulder as Mulder makes rounds. This place is chaotic with hundreds and hundreds of people moving this way and that in suits and dresses. Mulder spots Scully through the crowd and gives her a cute little wink. Barnett decides the piano is tuned well enough and slips a revolver into his waistband as he walks off to join the party. He spots Scully pretty quickly and draws on her. She manages to push some attendees out of the way before taking 2 shots to her torso and flying back.
So, okay.
It kind of almost looks like she's I don't know if she's pushing them out of the way, or it kind of almost looks like she's about to pull them in front of her. It's hard to tell.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But she does push them out of the way, I'm assuming.
Yeah. But what I found interesting was he had this elaborate, extensive plot plan. He was fixing the piano secretly already at this event. And he sees Scully and he's like, "Ah!" And he just pushes some guys out of the way, pulls out his gun and starts firing.
Yeah, if that was
It seems like he would have had a lot more of like a detailed, elaborate thing to actually make sure he killed her.
If that was the case, he could have shaved his head and put on some glasses and just put on a suit and just walked around the party till he saw her.
With a barcode on his neck?
Yeah, with a barcode on his neck, and he would have to put Scully in an ice chest after he shot her, and maybe he would poison Mulder's drink, so he had to go throw up in the bathroom.
Shoot
and there
the
he
chandelier.
could shoot the chandelier, it'll land on somebody else. He could have broke Mulder's neck while he was in the bathroom. Have you ever played Hitman, Mom? Okay, she doesn't know what any of that means. We're making video game references.
Friends, if you've ever played Hitman, sure. you all understand that joke.
Mulder runs to where she is and tells another agent to check her out before running after Barnett. And what we know now, that makes sense. But before, you're like, what the fuck? Stay and check on Scully.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll just be honest. When I saw her get shot, my first thought was, oh, well, she has a vest on.
Yeah.
And it's not really a secret. Obviously, she's going to have a vest on. She's an FBI agent, and she's the bait.
Yeah. Barnett runs onto the stage where Scully's friend Kathy is practicing, which I didn't understand. Are they here to watch her practice? Nobody's in here in the
Yeah, that's
concerto
what I
area.
thought.
She's practicing
concert
for the
area.
concert. The concert's
Okay,
going to
but it's
start
a
in a little bit.
recital. Doesn't that mean practice? Am I wrong?
No, recital is a performance.
Okay. He wrenches Kathy into his grip and puts the gun against her head. Mulder and a group of agents rush in, but he tells them to back up when he sees the situation. Barnett tells Mulder to go ahead and try shooting him, but he won't because it's against their pathetic regulations. Or is it because he's the only one who knows where Ridley's research is? Either way, he could blow this woman's brains out, and all Mulder could do is learn to live with it. Mulder screams at him to shut up. Then he just tunes him out and focuses. Barnett keeps blabbering right up until Mulder pulls the trigger. Just outside, Scully opens her eyes and unbuttons her shirt, revealing a round lodged in a bulletproof vest.
Are you going to talk about where they shot him?
Yeah, what?
Because, first of all, it zooms in. Did you notice that? When Mulder shoots him, it zooms in on his face, but it's like this. It's like cut off the top of his
in
forehead.
on Barnett's face.
Yeah, sorry, Barnett's face. I thought blood was going to start dripping down his face because he got shot in the head.
Me too.
But it doesn't happen. Apparently he got shot in the chest or the abdomen in some way.
That makes me want... He was holding her in front of him.
Yeah, like full body.
Yeah, so you know what that makes me think? Maybe that's why Mulder is obsessed with the JFK assassination. He has magic bullets himself. That shit went right through her and hit him on the other side.
Yeah. The only thing exposed on the guy was like shoulder, arm, and like head. The rest of his body was covered by the woman. So how do we shoot him in the chest? I don't know.
Magic bullet. He slap-chopped him with a magic bullet. At the hospital, a team of doctors works on Barnett while a man in a suit asks him questions.
This man...
Yeah, he is...
He's very eccentric with his hands. He's doing... I don't know what he's... At first, you can kind of hear that he's saying something like, where are the papers? Or where did you put them? Or something like that. But then it like kind of cuts back a little bit. And he's like flinging his hand in his face over and over and over again. And you can't hear what he's saying. But what is he saying? Guy's obviously not responding to him in any way.
No, he's not talking, even though he is still conscious. And did you recognize this guy in the suit at all?
No, I didn't, but you're making me think that it's obviously somebody. And
I pointed out during the episode, too, like, oh.
Like, but you can't see this guy's face that well.
No, you can't. You can tell who it is. I'll go back and show you at some point.
When you tell me at the end.
Mulder says the suit guy is probably CIA or something and asks Scully how she's doing. She says it feels like she was kicked in the ribs. Scully says that she knows what he did wasn't by the book. He tells her that says more about the book than it does him.
Okay.
Right.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Well, he's saying that, like, yeah, what he did was kind of wrong, but maybe the foundation is wrong.
A little wrong. Yeah.
Can't build a house when it's like, I like this because it's not only like, are there people that want to cover up like assassinations and aliens and Bigfoot and vampires and who knows what else or whatever, who knows what else out of what is out there.
Yeah.
But like, it's also like they have just, it's like administrative like baggage that you have to carry with the FBI. It's like, not only are they telling you that vampires don't exist, they're telling you that you have to get a certain kind of steak to kill them or you can't do it and you'll be thrown in jail. Like, you know, like that kind of thing.
It just kind of makes me think like what's the line from Pirates of the Caribbean? They're more like guidelines, not actual rules. Because there's a lot of gray area. Like, even though the rules technically say he shouldn't have shot Barnett that first time, he should have shot Barnett.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have been in trouble. We already talked about this. The rules are gray. Very, very gray.
Our agents look on as Barnett finally gives in to his wounds. His head lolls to the side and those gray eyes look at Mulder one last time. Mulder says that whatever that research is, that bastard took the location with him to the grave. And we're shown a train terminal locker, a train station locker.
Why?
As I don't know.
This whole scene's so dumb.
Mulder says he doesn't think that they've seen the last of John Barnett, though, as it focuses on this train station locker.
9:35.
Yes.
Yeah.
9:35.
Spoiler alert, they have. John Barnett this never comes back up again. This is just something, none of this ever comes back up.
And it like focuses on a bunch of random people and makes you think that it's going to be that person that's going to have it in their suitcase.
Yeah.
And then it just focuses on the locker and doesn't really...
There's like a guy
Explain.
reading a paper and you can't see his face. And then he folds it over and you're like, oh, this is the guy. And then he just walks off and then you see the locker.
Yeah, and okay, if they know which locker it is.
They don't know which locker. It's showing us, the audience, what locker it is.
Okay, but now if the audience knows, can't we just call them?
Right. Why didn't they, when they got to that point in the script, why didn't Mulder turn to Chris Carter and say, can we resolve this right now, Chris?
this should be solved now,
And Chris
obviously.
was like, no. So, would you like to know who that man in the suit asking Barnett questions
Who the hell
was?
was it?
Is it a character that becomes a main character later and is not a main character in this?
Yes.
Is it Skinner?
It's not Skinner. It is
Leonard.
William B. Davis.
Is it really
It's
William B. Davis?
Don't say who it actually
I
is.
know who William B. Davis is.
You know William B. Davis?
William B. Davison. You know what I'm saying?
One time I sent Melanie a Valentine's Day card that I made up with like some type of photo editing app I had, and it was a picture of William B. Davis, and it said, William, will you be my Davis for Valentine's? Good Lord.
Oh, and I was your Valentine.
Well, you always are, you son of a gun. But yeah, that's him. That's his first appearance since
The first episode.
That's the first appearance since we saw him put that piece of evidence in the Pentagon basement in episode 1. Remember that
Do you
guy?
remember that?
I remember it.
He was smoking a cigarette and everything, and he hid
The
that
very,
piece of
very,
evidence.
very,
that
very first
implant,
episode.
The implant from his nose
Yeah,
area.
the very, very first episode where Scully walks into the office before she even meets Mulder, and there's a guy standing in the corner smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
same guy at the end of the episode puts that little piece of evidence in that big Pentagon warehouse with all the huge shelves and
Okay,
boxes.
I
You remember that?
Yeah.
And that's
See?
this same guy, and he's going to be pretty big in the X-Files. Not going to tell you who he is, but wow. I did
William B.
not know
Davis.
that character was in this fucking episode.
No.
Wild.
Because you looked up when do we see him again? And
Yeah.
you get the answer of the actual answer, which is a few
Well,
more
I
episodes.
just looked up on the wiki who the guest stars were, and I was like, what? I was like, what?
What?
What are you talking about?
Like Mulder when he turned around and said, what?
So, Mom,
Yes.
if you were to just land on this episode, if you were flipping channels and you watched it all the way through, would it compel you to watch more X-Files?
Yes, if it was like the medical scenes and stuff.
The medical
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
But there was quite a few scenes that would not have hooked you, wasn't there?
Yeah. It had to be the medical.
Yeah, you've always been interested in medical stuff.
Yeah.
What about you, Melz?
I mean, I am somewhat in the same camp of Angel. There's a few scenes that definitely would have hooked me, definitely intriguing, definitely interesting. And then there's just some parts that the writing thing you said really made sense, because there's some parts that just feel like they're parts of different shows.
Yeah, dude, it's like a different episode of the X-Files.
And I can't even remember which scene it was, and I forgot to mention it because there's one scene where they're talking to someone, and then it cuts, and it's Mulder and Scully walking down a hallway, and all of a sudden
They're
it's
talking to Reggie, and Scully's like, oh, who's Barnett? And then they're done talking to Reggie, and then he's telling her as they walk out of the jewelry store.
There's that one, but then there's the one where it all of a sudden looks like it's a 70s movie.
Oh, yeah.
The quality just goes
man.
way down for just this one hallway
That
walk
might have been
scene.
after they talked to Crandall when they were leaving.
Yeah,
the
maybe it
prison.
was then.
It was awful looking.
But yeah,
camera
did you
footage.
notice that there was a few camera moments where the camera quality just decreased immensely?
There's this one episode called Anasazi, I want to say, or
Anastasia.
I
yeah.
think you're pronouncing it wrong, but it's a really weird one, right?
It's the one with the reason why I say that is because Anasazi is a tribe of Indian, and I may be pronouncing it wrong, but it's a
I have
tribe
no
of
idea.
Native Americans, and I believe There's that one shot where they just put that super low-res background behind Mulder, and he's supposed to be like on this overlook, and you're like, bro, you're in a Nintendo 64 game right now.
Yeah, there's...
That's like season 3, too. We've already had pretty good special effects this season.
Yeah, sometimes they have
And we've had
budgets or
really
people...
bad
Yeah, we've had
special
some really
effects.
bad... what's his face with the alien?
Ghost, yeah. He had 4 days to do that.
I know, but Lord, give him more time, guys. What?
I need more time.
And it feels like that episode could have been anywhere. They could have waited.
I agree, though. Did you say whether you would watch it or not?
I mean, I say it's like 50-50. It depends.
So kind of, you would
Well,
keep
what
watching
about
more.
you, Dash? Would you?
I definitely would, and I feel like the salamander hand thing is kind of stupid. Honestly, I found the stuff about Mulder feeling regret about the Steve Wallenberg agent dying really compelling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I knew
don't
that's what
they
you were gonna
use
say.
pig hearts sometimes?
Huh?
Don't they use pig hearts in heart replacement surgery?
Oh, yeah.
They've done that recently, yeah.
They use the valves, veins.
I wonder if that guy's
Yeah.
still alive, because that happened recently. You're talking about like less than 5 years ago.
2023?
Yeah, less
Something
than
like
5
that.
years. So, our next segment that we like to do on this podcast is we like to discuss how solved the case was, and we usually use a percentage to dictate that. Melz, how solved do you think this was?
Like I would say, okay. We're going to account for the missing findings is going to give it a negative. Technically, they solved it. The guy was found, and he's no longer going to kill anybody. But one of the important pieces of it is that research.
Yeah.
So I would go with like 75.
Yeah,
Like 25% for the research it's missing now.
Yeah, it's mostly solved. I would say like.
You just want to copy me and say 75, don't you?
Well, I
It's a
was
good
going to say
number.
less than that because, like, they don't really understand.
Okay,
75,
okay.
75 is a good answer. I will go with 75.
Because the case that Mulder and Scully have,
Yeah.
what's their case?
Yeah.
Their case is solving the murder. If their case was getting this research information, I would give it like a 30. Obviously.
Yeah.
They have the salamander hand and they have his body.
They know it exists.
They can do research on his body, figure stuff out from there, right? They don't have the research. So, but that wasn't their job. That was the government's job.
Well, I'm still saying I feel comfortable in my 75. What do you say?
Yeah, 75.
I'm going to say 80.
Huh.
So what's
76.66.
I'm going to trust you.
I could be wrong. It could be 77. I'm going to say 70.
All right, so 77% solved this time.
Are you leaving in the math?
Yeah. So, our next segment on Gen X Files is our MVP bracket that is ongoing. We think about what our most valuable player in the episode is, and it can be a person, place, thing, idea, whatever. And if it's an idea or a place, it's really weird because at the end of the season, whoever the winner is, we're going to tally up all the votes and we're going to give them an all-paid expenses trip to the moon for 2.
Woohoo!
You have an MVP.
Mine is going to be the girl. The little
Courtney.
girl, Courtney.
Okay.
Just because I like her and, she brought a lot of information into the situation. I was going to say the salamander hand. But when you compare the hand to the girl,
Yeah.
I like
She
her.
might like to go to space.
Yeah.
What about you, Melz?
What's his name? Oh, I can't. I really just forgot his name.
Reggie Purdue?
Reggie Purdue. Reggie. Mustache cop. Mustache FBI agent?
Must ask you a question.
Mustache you a question. Just because I was sad about him,
Yeah.
Man, y'all know what my MVP's always going to be the kids. Damn it.
Yeah.
It's always about all the little kids. All the animals.
I think I'm going to give it to the girl, too, because she's an actual X-Files fan. She might like going to the moon. I hope she's still alive, but I don't think she probably is.
And
But
she's a real person
yeah.
that had a real condition.
Yeah.
They really went out of their
Well,
way
if you guys
to
are
get
good, if
her.
you want to give her my point too, you can.
Okay,
Damn.
we'll give her 3. She
Damn.
deserves it.
It can't make me feel like I'm the bad guy. I ain't gonna
But
give this
still
thick kid
in
a
first
point.
place, tied for first place in our bracket is Mulder and Scully with 8.
Yes.
They
They will fight it out.
will fight it out to the
To
death.
Dum, dum, dum.
So the next
To
segment,
the space death.
the next segment on our podcast here at the end is we like to tally up all of the damages that our agents have suffered over the course of the episode, and at the end of the season, we're gonna figure out how much damage was done to our agents over the course, and figure out how much money that the taxpayers having to pay for their medical expenses. Did you guys notice any damage to our agents?
I mean, my first that comes to mind is Scully gets
Yeah.
shot in the
Her
chest.
soreness.
Yeah, she's gonna have some soreness, but I feel
She
like
might have like a
Ribs.
broken rib or two, honestly.
She did say she feel like she got kicked in the ribs.
Yeah, so that can definitely break a rib or at least damage you.
So
internally.
I'll say possible rib bruising.
Yeah, but I feel like this is a lighter damage episode. I don't think
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Mulder.
He's dealing with the same psychological shit he's always dealing with.
Yeah, therapy. Obviously, we just every episode add another notch to therapy. But I think what was that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for the damage, though.
Yeah, me too.
It did it again.
I know my computer's beeping at us, guys. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Okay. So the next segment that we have on the X-Files, there's just so many deleted scenes out there. They usually shoot about 900 hours of footage per episode. There's literally billions of deleted scenes out there for the X-Files, and we just like to show a little bit of a light on some of our favorite deleted scenes from this episode. Either one of y'all want to go first? Okay, you go first.
Did we ever get a name for her? Handwriting lady.
No, I don't believe so. We probably do, but it's one of those blink and you miss it mentions.
Okay. Well, I like the scene where after she was showing him the stuff and the handwriting the second time, and she was really feeling him. He decided, since she figured it all out for him and everything, and he didn't have anything else to do for the rest of the night, he took her out on a date.
Yeah.
And it went really, really well. Until Mulder got really weird at the end and she realized that she was wrong the whole time. And no matter how hot he is, he's still really fucking creepy.
Yeah, and kind of dumb. I
don't think he's meant to be dating anybody.
My favorite deleted scene actually comes from, again, that similar block of scenes you're talking from. I really like the part where the handwriting lady and Mulder got together with Dr. Flame from the fire episode and had a threesome. I thought that.
Okay.
I mean,
Lord.
just full nudity, ball slapping and everything.
So did she write stuff and then he lit it on fire?
Maybe.
And then they fucked while the flames...
He called it demon poetry. But
I must have not watched that scene.
I guess
I
not.
forgot to watch all of them. 900 hours, I had to pick. What about you?
For me, my favorite deleted scene was when they decide to show how well or how badly the salamander hand can work. And it just showed him doing regular things like holding a coffee cup by the handle, brushing his hair, and the final one was, that one-handed snap you can do on a bra and unsnap it.
Uh-huh.
And the bra opens up in the back. He could do that with a freaking salamander
Whose
hand.
bra did he unsnap?
Some lucky lady.
I don't know. I didn't get to know. I know it wasn't Scully. That's all I know.
Hopefully not. Let those nasty slimy hands near her.
Scully was too busy listening to the sound of penetration as Mulder accidentally butt dialed her during the threesome. That's why they couldn't show it either. That was just full on, everything was shown there.
Right.
And Mulder did not use a body double. That was...
Oh. I thought you were going to say you did not use a condom.
That either.
That either.
He's raw dogging. So, Mom.
Yes.
The next to last segment we have on this podcast is we like for my mom to make an episode guess, which we tell her the name of the next episode that we're going to be watching. And then she makes a guess based on that alone. And no matter if she's Right or wrong, we tell her the absolute truth. Would you like to know the name of the next episode?
Yes, please.
EBE.
EBE sounds
With
like
dots between the letters, right?
Well, it's either initials, but I immediately started thinking of Star Wars robots.
Star Wars robots.
Yeah.
R2D2's cousin is EBE.
Yeah.
Well, you're completely wrong.
Damn it. Every time.
Actually, this episode is kind of a vacation from everything else because Mulder and Scully go to this disco-themed buffet where everybody's like, after you eat, you dance on the tables and stuff. And so they're dancing to the table. They're dancing to the music on the tables, and a song comes on. It's "Everybody Eat Now." It's a disco dance studio, and I had a hard time with this one. I had a hard time remembering this episode. So
since you're definitely talking about a real episode that's about to happen.
I don't know. It just sounds fun, though. You eat and then you throw the fucking food on the floor along with the plates, step up on the table, and boogie down.
Yes.
Anyway, what is one thing that made you guys happy this week?
Me, I got to spend time with my grandkids at a restaurant called Papacito's Cantina.
Papacito.
And it was delicious food.
And you got lots of extras. You still have leftovers?
I do. I'm going to have a little bit for lunch.
Hell yeah. That's not bad.
Oh, we have pulled pork at home.
That's something to be happy about. Mel's marinated some pork for a long time.
Yeah, well, marinated isn't the right word. I crock-potted it.
She crock-potted it.
Yep. Crock-potted it with lots of seasoning on it and some onions and some juice in there and just let it go on low for like 8-10 hours.
Are you smoking crock?
Yep.
All right.
Lots of crock smoking up in here.
I wonder how smoked crocodile meat would taste.
Probably delicious.
Probably.
Crocodile's really good.
I don't know.
I had crocodile one time. You didn't like it? I liked it.
I had crocodile tail. My ex-husband got some crocodile tail.
You know what? If you're smoking crock, that's like crocodile rock.
Yeah.
Ah!
Rocking around the crocodile croc.
Rocking around the crocodile tree.
We are so dumb.
So we went out with my dad we were originally going to do some bowling, but we ended up just shooting pool. We shot 5 games of pool. We played, I forget how we were matched up, but it was me and Dad first, and then it was you and Dad, and then I forget what happened after that, but eventually we played a game of cutthroat. That's where you each have 5 balls and you try to knock the person's balls off the table while not knocking your own off.
Yeah, we did the trifecta of 3 games, and then for the 4th game we did the cutthroat.
Yeah.
I played him, you played him, we played each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for the 4th one, or the 5th game, you weren't feeling so good, so you sat down.
Yeah, I stayed up.
Me and your dad play.
I stayed up for like 28 hours after working, so I don't know why I did that. Yeah.
Because you got distracted playing GTA.
Yeah, I played
for like 6 hours straight.
Were you exhausted after that?
Oh yeah, I slept for like 10 hours.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And you could very comfortably admit that me and your dad are obviously the 2 better players out of the 3.
Oh, for sure. I'm the worst.
You are the most adorable player in the world, but you are not that good at it. That's okay, though.
But also, I would like to bring up that next week, hopefully, we are going to have Matt Anderson from Bloody Bits and Grind Bin and his own podcast, Does This Come in Chromium, on to talk about EBE. Very excited for some characters we meet that episode.
This is a landmark episode?
Yes.
Is that what you would call it?
Yeah, it's one to be excited to watch.
You're going to meet some people you're going to like.
So hopefully we'll have Matt on for that episode. I'm extremely nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes. And
are we still doing it sitting right here inside the walls of this podcast?
We're still going to be inside the walls of this podcast.
Just
trapped.
Matt's going to be in walls of another podcast connected to our podcast.
No, we're connected. The walls just don't line up. It's one big box, but they're invisible walls.
Oh.
And he's going to be stuck in here with us, not every Tuesday, but for that Tuesday specifically.
Yeah.
I came to your house.
Oh, yeah, my mom came over and we baked some cookies.
Oh, yeah, we made, that was one thing that made me happy this week. I made some homemade, not homemade cookies. I baked them in the oven, but I bought the cookie dough at the store. I'm not going to lie. But they were really good. There were Snickers and Reese's and caramel cookies and stuff. And you came over and it smelled like cookies so good, didn't it?
Yes, it smelled so good in there.
But yes, if you have any questions, suggestions, or hypno-regressions, you can always drop us a line at genxfilespod@gmail.com. And I think if there's nothing else we want to say, you can go ahead and...
Well, this was an interesting episode.
It was.
This was an interesting... I hope you guys enjoyed it. We mostly enjoyed it.
Mostly, yeah.
And if you've listened this far, then you are a friend. And I'm glad you made it this far.
Thank you guys for spending time with us.
Adios, lovers.
We made this.